Hi guys, today we're going to show you how to install an SLX Extreme Series bull bar on a 2021 onwards Toyota Hilux. Alright, so we've undone all the top clips and we've gone through and removed the 10mm bolts from underneath the bumper. We'll also have a couple of clips on the side here and another 10mm up inside the bumper on this side. If you come in and have a look inside behind the grille, you've got one more 10mm bolt down here, and you've also got to remove the plug for the camera. So we'll go through and do that now.
There we go. Two hidden 10mm.
Okay, finally, before we remove the bumper, we have a 10mm down this side, and we have one on the other side as well. Just remember, prior to removing the bumper, you'll also need to disconnect your fog lights from either side inside the bumper. You disconnect that side. Got it?
Go. Can we do yours?
Yep. And I'll mark this.
So the wiring was facing that way.
Yep. Jesus. Alright. So now the bumper's removed, we need to, I'll note down to make sure to mark your orientation of your sensors, and then it's removing this plastic cover and then the bolts in here.
Yep. And
then remove the bash plate. After removing the bumper, just pry off the front plastic crush can. Just a note, before you remove your bumper, we've noted the orientation of the sensors, so just with an arrow pointing up to which way's up. And now we're going to go forward and remove the crush bar and the bash plate off the car. There's the 10. So we've got the bumper off, the grill out, the front bash plate off, and the crunch can. So now we're going to go forward, and we've got 2 plastic panels on the side guards. There's a 10mm and a Phillips head screwdriver. We're then going to go through and we're going to trim the air dams. So these get cut just above the front notch on these. And then we're going to go forward and install the recovery points and the side brackets. We also have 2 threaded holes here we're going to use, so we're going to spray those and clean those out before we go forward.
Set up. Do you have the factory bolt?
Yep. Okay, now we have installed just loosely, we've got the recovery point and the 3 chassis bolts go through. We've got 2 factory threaded holes that we use as well for the recovery points. These come through with a collar bracket on the back for extra reinforcement. We've reused the 4 factory bolts here, and we've also got another 4 additional bolts holding the cradle in. Okay, we've gone through and cut the grill. So we've done a 150mm cut from the bottom of the grill up to this lower line here. We've also gone through and just mounted the bar on the car. Prior to mounting the bar, we've done the 3M adhesive sensor holders. And we've also put the headlight eyelids onto the bar as well, so they come you will bolt them onto the bar. And now we've gone through, put the bar on the car, aligned it left to right, so it lines up perfectly. Tightened up the chassis bolts to 85 Newton meters of torque. And we're just tightening off the final bolts now for the bar to the cradle. After this, we're going to go through, bolt back in the light buckets either side, and then do our underwing bash plates and our final bash plates. Yep.
Oh, that one was loose before.
Okay, so we're just going to go through, plug in the light harness. So it's a plug and play from your existing harness. Simply plug straight in, and these will work off your existing fog light circuit. So we'll just go through and clean up that wiring now. Also gone through, plugged in the sensor, as well as there's a bracket for your grille support as well. So we're just going through and tighten that one up, and we'll just finish off now with the bash plates.
Alright, let's mark and cut these guards. Do the same for both sides. Then we'll get our grinder, or you can use, in some cases, a Stanley knife and cut through that and clean up any burrs. Finish this off with a Stanley knife. And just clean it up. Any burrs. You have to tuck this corner in behind the bar. There we go. Probably cable tie this water up a bit. And then put in our protection bash plates on the side. Alright, let's put in our side protection plates. There's captive nuts on the bar, which makes installing it a lot easier. and then we'll just do the same for the other side. And then the center bash plate, do an overall check, and we're done. Alright, while the other side, the passenger side guard, was well supported, so didn't need any extra cable ties or bolts, this guard's a bit loose, so we'll put a hole. The way we cut it, follow the profile of the bar, but I've left a little tab so I can drill a hole through it and secure it with a cable tie to its nearest support. The bash plate, third bash plate itself, does have holes, so you can also secure it loosely, semi-loosely to the holes in the third bash plate. There we go, not going anywhere. Put our third bash plate on, and then we're done. Put the number plate bracket on, supplied with the kit. Flip up number plate bracket. Oh, let's put this bash plate on, nice and strong. Go. Lovely captive nuts. Let's have a look underneath. Lovely. Lovely. All right, we'll go ahead and tighten that. And that is pretty much it. We've checked our lights, we've checked our high beam circuit, lead bar works. We are all done and dusted. Go through a final check. Okay guys, we're all done and dusted with the SLX Extreme Series bull bar for the 2021 on Hilux. Just walk through some of the features. We've got the nice 50mm tubing all the way around. We have the spotlight holes pre-drilled if you want to run spotlights as well. We have the flip up number plate bracket. If you're looking to confine your, reduce your space in the garage, you can just put a normal bracket on, which will bring the from grill depth to only 140mm. We got the 25-inch lead bar. We have the removable mesh panels. So if you want to paint the bar two-tone, you can take the mesh panels out for that two-tone effect. Same with the fog lights there, they're removable. We've got the high lift jack points. We've got the nice 5mm bash plate all the way back to cross member. We've got the side bash plates for underbody protection on the side there. We've got the rated recovery points in red down the bottom here. Behind the mesh also is a provision or a bracket where you can mount another spotlight or fog light in there. We have the 3-in-1 fog light here, which has got indicator, DRL and the fog light. Full sensor compatible, one-piece design, SLX Extreme bar.